You know what a double bind is? It's like being told, breathe, but don't breathe. Like standing at a crossroads, where every signpost points in opposite directions. And whichever way you move, some inner voice hisses, wrong move, dumbass. And yet, here's the paradox. Every paradox is a doorway in disguise. Imagine a Chinese finger trap. The harder you pull, the tighter it locks. But if you relax, if you push in instead of pulling away, suddenly you slip free. That's polarity integration. You already do this without realizing it. When you're thirsty, you drink water. But drinking water both quenches thirst and makes you need to pee. Two opposites, one system. You don't fight it, you integrate it. When you're tired, you rest. Rest both delays productivity and fuels productivity later. You accept that paradox because you've lived it. When you love someone, you give them freedom and hold them close. Both matter. Both are true. So why the fuck do you split yourself into fragments when it comes to bigger life choices? I can't be independent and ask for help. Bullshit. That's like saying, I can't drive a car and refill the gas tank. You need both, or the vehicle stalls. If I show strength, I can't show vulnerability. Bullshit. That's like saying a sword can't be sharp and flexible. Any metallurgist knows without flexibility, the sword snaps. If I succeed, I'll lose connection. If I connect, I'll lose success. Bullshit. That's like saying a tree can't reach for the sky and dig its roots into the ground. Guess what? It does both. Or it falls. The brain hates contradiction. It's wired to resolve cognitive dissonance. When you hold to opposite beliefs, like I should be perfect and I must be authentic, your nervous system flips into stress mode. Heart rate spikes, cortisol floods. But when you integrate the polarities, authenticity is a form of perfection. The brain relaxes. Neural pathways synchronize. You literally shift from fight or flight into coherence, measurable in heart-brain rhythms, what scientists call heart rate variability. In hypnosis, we call this pattern interrupt and a reframe. You confuse the rigid logic just enough so the unconscious steps in, reorganizes, and bam, you've upgraded your operating system. So why does this matter? If you don't integrate polarities, you stay stuck in half-life mode. Always almost happy. Always almost confident. Always split down the middle, like a fucking cracked mirror. That's karma right there. The law of cause and effect. Refuse integration. And the cause is fragmentation. The effect, frustration, paralysis, depression. But when you do integrate, suddenly, the choices that once felt like chains become wings. You can be strong and gentle, disciplined and free, logical and intuitive. That's not compromise, that's alchemy. And as you notice now, the way you've always known how to drink water when thirsty, or rest when tired, or breathe both in and out without getting confused. You can also remember that every polarity in your life works the same way. You don't have to choose sides. You learn to dance the rhythm of opposites. And imagine this, if every time you felt trapped, you instantly saw both sides as partners instead of enemies. If every time your mind screamed, no way out, you felt a doorway opening. If every time you heard the words, you can't, you felt the laugh of the universe saying, watch me integrate the fuck out of this. Then wouldn't your life feel freer, richer, and more unstoppable than ever? Polarity integration is like weaving. The left thread and the right thread seem opposed, pulling in opposite directions, but the weaver knows. That's how the fabric is made strong. Double binds only bind when you forget that you're the weaver. When you remember, you don't just escape the trap. You use the trap's tension to build strength, coherence, and wholeness. So from now on, every paradox you meet becomes fuel. Every contradiction becomes a compass. Every double bind becomes a dojo where your mind learns flexibility. That is how you grow into wholeness. That's how you embody power without bullshit. That's how you stop living in pieces and start living in peace.